Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a Thursday morning edition of the Mop. The first Thursday in 32 weeks that it is not Bowling Thursday. Yes, Thursday night bowling is over. I was lucky to be part of a good team that we won the league championship. So Thursday bowling is over. So now what to do on Thursday nights? Oh yeah, mow yard, weed, take care of my yard, start a project that I'm really looking forward to. And we'll have pictures when that's all done, but a lot of work to get that done first. But welcome to the Moose Opinion Project, aka the Mop. Blessed and Bullies. That is the name today. Blessed and Bullies. So we'll start with the Bullies, and we'll get to the Blessed. So if you ever watched Storage Wars, you saw the gambler, Daryl Sheets. I loved that show just because of the whole, you knew it was a setup kind of thing, but the characters and the people were real. They're real people. And the scenarios of what they found, buying storage lockers and all of that, was a great show to watch. A lot of fun. I always liked and I enjoyed seeing what kind of stuff they bought. But Daryl Sheets was known as the gambler. Him and his son would go around and be together, and I always thought that was kind of cool, father and son team. But took his own life yesterday, and at 67 years old, decided enough was enough. Now it is coming out that most likely he was being cyberbullied as well. If you think cyberbullying doesn't happen, or if you think that it is okay to go on your computer and bash and do whatever to people, it's one thing to voice your opinion to like a senator or a representative of, hey, would really like to see you kind of get some common sense. It's not so much bullying at that point, but I'm talking about, I've seen it to ladies on the social, whole media and everything else of, oh, you're a big fat blah, 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 and, you know, nobody should have to put up with you. And, you know, I see it on Christina Laurie's page all the time. She's a journalist. She reports on stuff, and people are absolutely disgusting as far as what they say. And they have no filter. So according to what's being shown now is Daryl Sheets took his life because he was also being cyberbullied at 67 years old. If you are the jackwagon or piece of crap that needs to cyberbully, you're a jackass. That's all there is to it. Or a witch, whatever if you're on the other side of the aisle, but you're a jackass. If you feel you need to cyberbully people and name call and do all the things to make yourself feel better, you're a jackass. There's nothing else about it. If you go onto other people's pages and you post, that's why I say anonymous posts. I don't care about freedom and anything. If you're posting anonymous or under, you know, left wing, whatever you want to put, you know, wing nut 162 or whatever, if that's what you're posting under, I don't think it should be allowed, period, on the internet. Put your damn name to it. Put your actual name to it. And then be able to say what you want. So if it is found, and they are investigating into his suicide because of the cyberbullying now, they're going to look into it. And we need to start bringing these people to justice. And we need to start bringing people, because it is happening at all ages. High school on up. You know, it's looking right now that schools are going to start looking at banning cell phones during school hours. I think perfect. I think absolutely perfect. Well, Chris, what happens if an emergency? The schools have plans for that. The schools have procedures for emergencies. Your kid shouldn't be in the bathroom whispering to you, calling you, saying, hey, did you hear this? Did you hear that? I absolutely agree with 100%. No phones being used during educational hours. It's a distraction. It's already proven that we're spending more screen time now. I just saw a statistic yesterday that we spend almost 5 to 6 hours a day on our phones with screen time, with the low end being in that 4 range. So if we're 4 to 6 hours a day, and if you work an 8-hour day, then you've got 12 hours, or are you doing it during, like, some of my job involves computer time, but I like it on the desktop because I can see better and my big thumbs don't work my cell phone real well. But if you are cyberbullying, people are already dealing with humans that are disrespectful, don't give two craps about people's feelings. They don't care anything about themselves except themselves. They're already dealing with that. They don't need to deal with it, and health issues, whatever it may be. They're already dealing with that. And then you've got, I'm just going to say POSs that are sitting on their computers trying to make people's lives miserable. And I follow quite a few professional bowlers as far as content goes. And what they say to ladies is unbelievable as far as how derogatory people are. And they're allowed to hide behind fake names, whatever it may be. And the ladies act like it don't, but at some point, day after day after day, it wears on you. That's why I don't care if I ever get to pass to the few people that watch my show, because quite honestly, I don't need the bots and the AI and all that crap that is going to post negative stuff. So rest in peace, Daryl Sheets. I'm sorry it came down to you deciding taking your own life was a better way out than fighting to next day. And that's a sad reality that a lot of us have to look at. We are starting to see more and more people just say, you know what? I've had enough. I think it's time to just end it. And when people are going through health issues and people are going through tough times, I've said it numerous times, we are failing dramatically as citizens of this country to stick our hands out. Sometimes I think people stick their hands out and they start to, but then they hear what part of political portion they are in and they bring their hand back. They say, nope, not going to like you anymore. Heard who you like. Nope. If you don't like the president currently, you're a piece of crap. I ain't going to help you. Nope, hell no. Wonder what it's going to be like when some of these people that say they are the Christians of all Christians, and the good Lord looks at them and says, you didn't make it. I'm sorry. You're not here. You're not welcome. Because we don't continue to reach our hand out to help people walk next to us, to help people walk side by side. There's too many people that are wired to, I am going to be in front of you, and if you get close, I'm going to either push you back, name call you, do whatever, so then you fall behind again. I'm going to whack you in the knee. So then now you have to walk with a limp, or you can't walk at all. I think far too many people have been fed with golden spoons, and they just take life for granted, and they don't care who they hurt or how they act to go one more step on the ladder. They do not give one rat's bottom. If you're from the lower end category, if you're in the poverty section, they are going to do everything they can to keep you there. They are going to do everything. Nope, we're not giving you a raise until you want to quit, and then we'll talk about it. We're not going to walk up to our best workers and pay them what they're worth. We're going to pay them with what we feel we'll get away with to keep them. It's all in the same category. It's all just bullying. That you're just a bully. If you own a business and you operate that way, you're just a bully. You're not a real business owner. You're not taking people by the side and seeing what's going on in their lives. Instead, you just want to hit them on the head with a hammer and keep driving them further behind. And that's where it is pretty sad when you hear that somebody in their 60s is being cyberbullied to the point that he just says, I'm done. I've had enough, because of all the other things that, and who knows what all went on. Nobody knows what each of us battles every day. Nobody knows what it's like to be in my shoes. Nobody knows, I don't know what it's like to be in somebody else's shoes. However, if you decide to wear your shoes and come into my environment and attack me, I am going to protect my area. I am going to protect my area. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to ignore you because I don't care about you all of a sudden. I'm not going to reach my hand out if you're attacking me or my family. If we can have a conversation, and a civil conversation, we can work things out. But to watch somebody have to, when they decide that taking their own life is the best option, and you have family, son, you have this kind of stuff, and you have a business, and you decide that my life is terrible because of this, and I'm done. That is ultimately just atrocious for somebody to not feel. If you don't feel bad for families and things like that, but then also if you feel like, wow, I won today because I told this girl that she was ugly and she didn't know what her content was about and she's stupid and dumb, or this guy's dumb and doesn't get it, or name calling, all of the above, you are on the lowest rung of the ladder of life. You are absolutely disgraceful for a human being. Yep, I said it. So, rest in peace, Daryl Sheets. And I am Brando. I am sorry about losing your dad. On to the blessed side of things. Now, believe it or not, what would it take for you to believe that there is X amount of people that would trade lives with you right now and think you have the best life on the planet? How many people do you think? Would it be 1 million? If 1 million, would you then all of a sudden put a smile on your face? Yep, my life is really good. I am blessed. How many people would it take to send you notes saying, Guy, you have an awesome life. It's so cool to see. It's great. To put a smile on your face, to go, wow, I didn't realize that. Thank you. What if I told you there was probably 2 billion to 3 billion people on this earth that would change in a minute to have your life? To say you have a blessed life. When do we start looking at that aspect? Got to thinking about this too. I think we age quicker now because, like right now, my shoulder hurts like hell. My knees hurt. Everything kind of starts to hurt, and people go, that's just getting old. But what do we do to change that? Not usually much. Until it becomes critical. Like when I had my stroke, and then all of a sudden I have to fight my ass off to get my hand back, to be able to walk again, to do all that. And then you go, God, when am I going to get a break? When am I going to get this? When do you look at the blessings that are in your life? When do you look at what you do have versus what you don't have? I struggle every day. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm on that list of every morning I wake up, I'm either exhausted, tired, hurt, pain, whatever. But I'm also in that category that I don't do a lot about it. I don't get out. I work in the yard and do that kind of stuff, but I don't go above and beyond, such as I've got a full damn gym in my basement. No, don't get there. Don't go do this. Don't go do that. kind of like last night, I struggled bowling. But do I do anything different? Do I go practice? Do I work out? Do I try to strengthen my right arm? Do I try to do it? No, I don't. Because I come up with excuses all the time to why I can't do it, don't have time, too busy, too tired. And I think we all do that. And I think that's where we run into problems. Have you ever met somebody that's in their 90s and you go, how old is it? No. They're doing this, doing that, skydive, whatever it may be, and you go, come on now. It's because they've changed their mindset. And I have to really work on my next, that's really what I need to do, is work on that mindset. Where I can work on trying not to be in that pain, trying to strengthen things up. When I had my stroke, shortly after that, I was probably in the best shape I was because I had all the physical therapy, I had occupational therapy, I was working my mind, working the small, you don't know how many muscles are in your hand until you can't use it. And then you start using it and it cramps up all the time because the muscles are getting stronger. But at what point do you look at your life and go, wow, I am damn lucky? Or do you look at your life and go, well, I'd be damn lucky if I had this, or if I had that. Why not look at your life right now and go, holy crap, am I blessed? Am I really fortunate? But instead we find that negative. We find that thing that keeps us. We keep that just rolling along. It kind of just is just the day to day. Well, my arms hurt, or my legs hurt, or this hurts, and making more excuses and more excuses for why we are where we are. And have you made that goal of where you want to be tomorrow? How about making big decisions or making those kind of things, that make your life that much better? Just something to think about. So, wish you guys all the best. Like I said, to get please don't cyberbully. Don't do all this stuff to people. Don't name call, whatever it may be. It's not necessary. As far as if you have to do that to feel good about yourself, it's pretty sad. So, have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine. I guess there's rain later on tonight again. I see the river's finally dropping down here. It's dropping a little bit. Quite a bit lately, about 4 inches, I think, or so, maybe 5, from what I could tell on the ring of the tree. If you drive down here by Boscobel in that area, the water was extremely high, and the boat landing here in Boscobel, the beautiful deck and everything that they build there, is all underwater. But from the spindles, I think it's down about 4 inches. You still can't walk out on it yet, but we'll go from there. I want you guys all to have a great day. I did not bowl well last night. I averaged 202, but I did not bowl well. But it's okay. We move on. It was very fast-paced. One person per lane, 6 games, so you bowled really fast. I found my brain does not, in that environment, work well. It's not an excuse. I just can't help it. It takes a lot of effort to bowl that quick and to make changes and to do all that. But it's stuff I learned from. Sunday I'm bowling in a scratch tournament. I'll be bowling with some really good talent. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I guess you have to have the confidence. My confidence on picking up some spares that I struggled with before has been better. But we're getting ready for state tournament next weekend. But take the time. Honestly, take the time to see if somebody's behind you, to slow down, help them along, and bless them in some form. And I'm not saying financially, I'm not saying anything else. Truly blessed by the 24 lane sponsors I have for my mom's tournament. That's going to add $4,000 to the Alzheimer's Association fundraiser November 7th, 2026 at the Phoenix Center. Already got 24 lane sponsors there. Now I'm looking for silent auction items and raffle items and You know, I can always take a cash donation and buy a bowling ball, whatever it may be, for the raffles to raise more funds. But truly take time to bless somebody. Find a goal or find something that gives you drive. That is exactly why I picked up my mom's tournament. It gives me a purpose. It gives me a purpose of doing something to honor the lady that gave me so much. So, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning with another edition of The Mop. And until then, you can always check my other videos out on YouTube under my name, or the Moose Opinion Project. And you can find them there on YouTube. So have a great day. And again, take time to bless somebody.